The broadcast industry moved yesterday to face a televised cigarette commercials by September 1st, 1973. The surprise action was taken by the Television Code Review Board of the National Association of Broadcasters. Senator Frankie Moss, Democrat of Utah, who said a subcommittee hearings will open the hearings on the cigarette advertised that on July 21st, President Eddie B. Movement asked why it must be wait 4 years. The phase would apply to the network of sensation 64.4% of the 623 in the nation that subscribed to the NAB's television code. To become effective, the phase act recommended by the Code's Review Board at the meeting here that must be approved by a mail ballot at a special meeting of the NAB's Television Board of Directors. A Washington City Council committee yesterday proposed stiff new regulations extended the rates attendance as part of a comprehensive response to the city's housing crisis. News 7's Paul Berry has a report. The Council's House and the Urban Development Committee also called for licensing of apartment managers' creation of a single city housing agency and greater help from the federal government and private lending institutions. About 100,000 of Washington's housing units are more than one out of every three are overcrowded or dilapidated. Certain sectors contribute to the committee estimated. The committee's recommendations contained in the full report too. Be presented by the full council represented the city's government first brought attack and housing problems in nearly 14 years. Council action on and the report's recommendations and regulations expected next week. The report was drafted after a series of public hearings in April and May. The proposed regulation injected the City Council into the politically sensitive area. Tenant scraps would give apartment residents the alternatives of breaking their leases and putting in the rent money in escrow or taking court action of a landlord forced to make repairs. Tenants could also make repairs themselves and deduct the cost of the rent. None of the remedies would be available to tenants who willfully destroy the landlord's property. One key provision would require that city inspectors notify their tenants of housing code violations. Other new rules would have been assess a charge for late payment of rent, regulate security deposits, and provide truth in leasing protection. The report notes that the existing housing regulations place substantial responsibility on the tenants and the maintenance of property.
The best way to protect their cars, trucks, and
Israel and Syria fought yesterday. One of the biggest air battles in the Middle East has been since the June 1967 war. Israel said its Mirage jet shot down 7 Syrian MiG-21s in a 30-minute dogfight over the occupied Golan Heights. And the Israeli spokesman said no Israeli planes were lost. Syria admitted the loss of 3 Soviet-built MiGs, but said 4 Israeli jets were shot down. A Syrian military spokesman said the battle lasted about 70 minutes and 1 Syrian pilot was killed. He was said that 2 other pilots ejected safely from the damaged planes. Egypt announced that its troops staged their second raid across the Suez Canal in 24 hours while Egyptian gunners hit an Israeli patrol boat and downed an Israeli helicopter in the Gulf of Suez. Israel reported that 2 clashes with Palestinian guerrillas in the Jordan River. The air and ground actions came a day after UN Secretary General U Thant has told its Security Council in New York that UN truce observers must be withdrawn from the Suez Canal because the open warfare has been resumed. An Israeli spokesman said that in Tel Aviv, the interceptors were scrambled when an air spotters reported a flight of Syrian MiGs over the Golan Heights. He said the dogfight ranged in height from 20,000 to 10,000 feet, and the Israeli pilots saw 7 MiGs crash in the Syrian territory. Damascus radio reported that the formation of enemy warplanes penetrated our airspace and were confronted by our own warplanes, which forced them to flee in an area battle between 4:05 p.m. and 5:15 p.m. which lasted. The Syrian broadcast said 4 Israeli planes crashed in the Quantella in the Golan Heights. Israeli soldiers stationed in Quantella said they saw no planes fall. Russian and Chinese troops clashed yesterday in a new outbreak of hostilities at the 10th River border. Peking made the incident public first, accused the Soviets of sending gunboats, planes, and troops into the Chinese territory in Manchuria's Haikang province. The Russian followed several hours later with a charge that a Soviet worker was killed and 3 others in during an event attacked by Chinese soldiers on Goldansky Island. The Chinese Foreign Minister logged a protest note at the Soviet embassy in Peking. The note said that the incident took place over the period of 8 hours yesterday morning. It said that Soviet troops first let an alpaca, the Chinese name from Goldansky Island, from the 2 vessels and exchanged fire with the Chinese militiamen before they were driven off. Later, the Chinese note said the Soviet gunboat returned and frankly opened fire on the island. Soviet troops then landed them 2 gunboats and burned down a Chinese home, and it said. Finally, the island was circulated by the Soviet planes which made the 6 sorties, and notes that they did not say that the planes opened fire. Jerry V. Wilson, named chief of the Washington's 130-man police force, yesterday announced an increased emphasis in cracking down on large narcotic dealers here. Wilson 41 also said he will stress recruitment of more black policemen, improvement of police community relations, and expanding women on the police force, which is expanding the role. I am for the change, not for the status quo, Wilson told a press conference call by Mayor Walter Washington to announce the appointment. Wilson said he would increase human relations training among police cadets and police training school from the present 26 hours to more than 48. He said the community residents would lecture the residents and cadets. He said he would strengthen the city's narcotics attack by assigning every patrolman on a 3-day federal course on narcotics control. This will leave the 42 narcotics squad officers on camera on arrest, he said, so they can concentrate on large-scope pushers. The city has been under pressure recently to crack down on narcotics offenders. The new chief also said he would drop the college degree requirement for women on the floors. Place women who are not generally assigned social welfare problems will be given assignments on criminal investigation. In a move to strengthen community relations, Wilson said racial designations will be dropped from crime reports in cases where they are not directly relevant. He said that designations will be dropped immediately from the travel reports from statements of witnesses to crimes. There.
You recognize that really parents are the most important educators that a child has.
Nairobi, Jaren crowds hurled stones at President Jomo Kenyatta of Kenya yesterday, unleashed a bloody rioting that disrupted the funeral of Tom Mahoya. And as Archbishop J.J. McCarthy of Nairobi intoned the eulogy to murdered Tom Mahoya, Roman Catholic contributed here, Army troops and Rap police shot Kenyans at tear gas, and it taunted angry crowds outside. Once a solemn pontifical requiem mass came to a close with communion and prayers, the government shut the venue yesterday and canceled plans to mob boys body land state. It was a sudden and singular day for Kenyatta, the many of the old men of Kenyan politics. Never before had Africans cheered in public say the old sons of African, now in the late 70s, had long been overlooked as the father of the young country. George Fulmer has found out that he does not own his new $40,000 house in Potomac, Maryland after all, even though he put down $10,000 to cash, signed all the papers including title insurance and made this $25 mortgage payments for months. Fulmer, in fact, it has delayed a business trip around the world because an auctioneer discovered to his house at about 10 this morning to auction off this spacious split-level block and to the highest bidder. The new house that Fulmer, a freelance filmmaker and several neighbors on Tucumay Lane, thought they were buying the scheduled auction because the man who built the marble bloom is insolvent. Each family has put up a down payment, but Bloom has not given him the title of the houses. In fact, he has not finished most of them, does not have the money to pay off flights against them, to pay all his constructors' bills or give the buyers their money back. Bloom tried to pay an additional $50,000 cash investment in extensive financial banking of a route.
He probably wasn't the only one.
A Baltimore Savings and Loan Association to a $2 billion deposit project land record so. Now Bloom is out of business and according to his wife Rita, and the association is foreclosing out of
This is Pearl Vision.
relevant paid to unrepaid construction mortgage. Bloom's have made about 13 homes.
Now get a summer price break.
Prince George's County Detective Sergeant Irvin G. Husk on trial for alleged robbery was acquitted yesterday on 2 circuit court judges. Money, the Astro Monkey lies at the transporter after being removed from his space capsule. The monkey died mysteriously after being returned to Earth. Alright, on the sports here. Tonight, the Washington Senators are at RFK Stadium tonight, taking on the Cleveland Indians there.
This is New York.
As for Hank Allen, it was a good play if you do make it, a dumb play if you don't. For Ted Williams, it was one of many mistakes. There was a mix-up in the third. He thought he could have scored. For third baseman, coach Wade trailed you. It was a decision play for Al. He had played in front of him and thought he could have made it. And I didn't want him going. Set it off. This discussion was a controversial play. In the 9th minute, less that Senator Indians game at RFK Stadium. Allen went for Frank out, tried to score from first with a game time, but a single to left by Ken McMullen. He was run out at home in the plus 6-5. Allen said after the game he decided to go home with left fielder Rich Scheinbaum threw the ball to second base. I thought I had a chance to make it. If I did, the game was all tied up. I don't we lose. Williams did an award. Allen's a good will, however, he quickly pointed out that the entire team made too many mistakes in the contest to the club's 5 defensive performance Monday night. We didn't play good ball. We got the hell of leads better than at one point the Senators led 5-2. Cleveland manager Alvin certainly didn't help the Senators in pursuit of the goal. He ordered the pitchers that walked intentionally the nets. Stricken slugger Frank out, tried Delphi to the Reds. Long ball threat, 1-3 press, came on with nobody on. If the base is open when he comes up and I'm in a position to do something with it, I'll walk him every time, said Doc. I'm tired of hiding. And as I really feared that, man, he hit us hard last year and he's doing it again this year. If it looks like the only way to stop him is to walk him. I don't care if you're at Elliott's pitching and your sister's up next time doing the same thing. He's a dangerous man.
Megan Huntsman told detectives she couldn't care for the children while supporting her addiction. The bodies were hidden in the garage of
The Lombardi era began at high noon today for the Redskins. A total of 6-7 veterans rookies scheduled to arrive at the Carolina Pennsylvania for the opening training camp. They drew equipment and met their new boss tonight at the first team meeting, which they will do. Anxious to get started in the red list of the new ball game, 2 of the 15 veterans not scheduled to arrive Sunday are already on the scene. They are defensive tackles Joe Wiggins and Walt Barnes, who checked in Monday night. Although they came nearly 2 days earlier, they still weren't the first to arrive at Carlisle. That distinction belongs to the free agent defensive tackle named John Huffman, who is a 6'7", 260-pounder from the University of Hawaii. He showed up Saturday and he has been living in Carlisle's Molly Picture Hotel. I'm a little nervous. I wanted to check the climate out and work out some more. Lombardi has declared that practices, with the exception of an announced squad scrimmages, will be closed to the public, but an unusually large number of newsmen and their coaches are expected. Reporters from TV networks and national magazines, as well as newspapers, will send on Carlisle today to record Lombard's return to coaching. About 60 college coaches and assistants already have sent notice that they want to view training. The assistant coaches set up equipment on the training field yesterday, among other final preparation for the earliest camp owner in the National Football League. Lombardi arrived at 11 a.m. today. Aaron?
Colorado. Take a look at one man's very close call with lightning.
The exquisite Italian hand of designer Vince Lombardi can be seen in a new uniform modeled by Sonny Jurgensen. The Redskins, who opened preseason camp today ahead of what expects of them, the former Green Bay coach has resorted to the Packer-style book and blazing on the Redskins' sleeves and socks will be the same pattern multiple straps publicized so many big games by Green Bay. To convey rosy optimism, the jersey of traditional drab burgundy has been unlimited until an hour of glare. The pants have been emboldened true from under 10 to the championship gold with Packer top 3-strap Trevius replacing the old thin red liner. The helmet is going to change in 1970. Hey Jurgensen, you're looking good in that new uniform. Sporting what you going to wear next year. Alright. In Laconia, New Hampshire, Red Wilt, the all-time third baseman of the New York Yankees and former athletic director at the Dartmouth College, died today at his home of Carnegie Hill.
Is actually the line that's back here across parts of New York.
Kidney illness. He was 60 years old. Robert Red Wolf, a native of nearby Pennacook, captured the 1931 Dartmouth baseball team before signing with the Yankees. He joined the Yankees in 1934, became a regular in the following season, and was a member of the team's famed Murderers Row during the 1935-42. Before illness forced him to retire, he was career.
The West. But as we take it,
found an average of 289, including 329, marking 939. When he led the American League in hits, runs, and scored a doubles, he played on 6 pennant winners. A member of the 937 and 39 All-Star teams, he was named as Yankees All-Star.
off to the east pretty swiftly.
The Dallas Cowboys rocked during the weekend by retirement of quarterback Don Meredith, may be in for another shocker. Retirement of veteran fullback Don Perkins. Perkins said
Well, in Boston, there's only been 3, so you may say, gee, that's...
that on Monday from his home in Waterloo, Iowa, that he is still unsigned by the National Football League Club and he is planning to talk to club officials soon. I have never any thoughts concerning my future plans, but I'd rather not discuss them until I check further with the club, Perkins said in an interview with the Dallas Morning News.
above the average. And
In Los Angeles, Cassius played Muhammad Ali, if you prefer, not himself overweight but fat, before going for the 6-man gymnasium workout. I'm in speculation that the front heavyweight champion might be planning to return to the ring as Clay boxed 2 rounds Saturday and another 6 in the Los Angeles gymnasium on Monday.
the last couple.
Alan Muhammad, a boxing writer for the Los Angeles Herald Examiner, watched and watched some
Temperatures will be just around
those moves were those of the old Ali.
60s in surrounding areas. Tomorrow, look for the high temperatures generally.
In New York, the starting American League team for the July 22nd All-Star Baseball game at Washington's office case Memorial Stadium was revealed Wednesday. It was announced yesterday by the Commissioner's office.
Keeping it just
Balloting for both American and National League squads were conducted by the
the beaches. Now, when
Commissioner's office on July 1st. The National League starting squad will be announced late Thursday. The starting teams, except for the pitchers, are selected by position in the poll conducted among players, coaches, and managers, and players could not cast ballots of a member of their teams. Each squad will be composed of
will take control. One thing I want to keep in mind, though, for you,
20 players, and managers Red Chendes of the National League St. Louis Cardinals and Mayo Smith of the American League Detroit Tigers will choose the remainder of the squads, including all pitchers. These players will be announced next week.
early Friday, so that is a possibility. But even if that does happen, it should clear out pretty.
And here's the starting lineup for the
More specifics for you.
American League
Weather as we try and break that down
All-Stars team for the 1969
tonight into tomorrow. It's really down around the southeastern Mass, Cape Cod area that there could be some clouds and a couple of additional showers. Otherwise, it looks like a decent day. And as far as Friday's concerned, again, that's the
Alright, start the lineup.
day around the south coast.
Be Rod Carew from the Twins. There.
Saturday looks
From Minnesota, Reggie Jackson from the Oakland Athletics will play in that field, number 2 order. Number 3 will be Frank Robinson from the Baltimore Orioles. At fielder and fellow Oriole Boog Powell will be batting 4th. Frank Howard of the hometown Washington Senators will bat 5th. Sal Bender of the Oakland A's will bat 6th. From the Oakland A's, Rico Petrosea of the Boston Red Sox will bat 7th. Val Freeman of the Detroit Tigers will bat 8th, and Mel Stumau of the Yankees will pitch 9th.
It's in from Mother Nature, but the story isn't over yet.
A nonprofit group continues to check the river for debris. Chronicles' Anthony Everett goes on patrol.
Memphis, Tennessee, Missouri Valley Conference officials named DeWitt Weaver, a former Texas Tech football coach, to the new conference commissioner yesterday. Weaver, 16, Nerve, who has resigned to take a position with the Atlantic Coast Conference. Weaver, and that's his duties on his first under a 3-year contract.
Blown in the river. They literally fall off the back of boats. I don't think people...
Buffalo, New York. The chance that O.J. Simpson, the Heisman Trophy winning back of a halfback, will be in a Buffalo Bills uniform when training camp opens Wednesday appears dim. Ralph C. Wilson Jr., owner of the AFL team, reported no progress on a contract settlement Monday after a telephone conversation with Simpson's agent Chuck Barnes of Indianapolis. I told him if I'm willing to make concessions if OJ is, but there was no inclination on his part due to his previous demands. Wilson later on said goodbye, Paul, lightly. Simpson and years both sought after Ricky, and the Bills are still up about $450,000 apart on the proposed 5-year contract, and Simpson and Barnes went $650,000, while Wilson has suggested $200,000. Monday's conversation was that the first Wilson and Barnes have in nearly a month, as Wilson, a Detroit businessman, has been in Europe for most of the time. In Baltimore, the Baltimore Colts have signed Bill Long, a substitute quarterback at Ohio State. Last season, at a free agent, he joins veterans John Unitas and Earl Morale, 3 other candidates for quarterback. President Nixon used a baseball grip and a little loose on his backswing, but could it be an AA5 golfer he had played more? The pro who gave him his first lesson said yesterday. He's not the guy you have to let around in course. Tony Penny, a 62-year-old professional who manufactures clubs in Jupiter, Florida. He needs no advice in selecting clubs and knows what he's doing. He makes 6 mistakes bringing the club back, but corrects them all coming down. With a couple of small changes, he could hit the ball consistently better than 200 yards. He is fair out in the sand. On the putting greens, he has a quick grip and good position. He hasn't got the putting nerves yet.
Once again.
Donald Dell, captain of the U.S. Davis Cup. Team said last night that there's a real possibility that the Big Four tennis nations, U.S., France, Australia, and England, will form their own association unless the International Lawn Tennis Federation knocks down the last barrier to completely open tennis meetings in Prague today. The Big Four reportedly want all players earn their livings from tennis to be put in one category and to be able to play any tournament offers prize money. Currently, the players who in 2 promoted groups want talent includes Rod Laver, Pancho Gonzalez, Tony Birch, and John Newcomb may play only in 21 open tournaments sanctioned by the LELTF. They are contra players. Under the new plan, Dell said that he would be able to stage an international tournament here next summer with the same players that we now at the 16th and Kennedy Street, and also includes the with contract pearls in the field. Dale also said that such an action would make the Davis Cup competition open. He also predicted that ILTF will ban South Africa for its apartheid racial policy, and also that the nation's also holding its Davis Cup has the right to not accept any country.
Boston's news leader, the Charles River.
Facing a threat by the Baltimore Colts to move out of the city unless better stadium facilities are provided. Baltimore officials revealed multi-million-dollar plans yesterday that the renovation of Memorial Stadium. However, one official said the city probably could afford no more than $5 million budget plan that would do a little more to remodel the concession stands, the restrooms, and improve seating, and additional improvements desired by the teams would have to pay for the Orioles, the Colts, the concessionaires, and radio and television industry. City Comptroller Hyman Preston said the city would submit a proposal for these improvements to be the teams within a few days. Those improvements would be probably a new scoreboard, a cinematic trip, a new restaurant, offices, new locker rooms, and television power lines. They would cost the administration about $3 million. Even the prospect about a budget plan were flooded by the city's fiscal problems, but the Colts continue desire to build their own stadium and general skepticism. It's a long way between now and getting something done, a royal official said. Even if the teams were to agree to the proposed renovation, the city would have to go to the voters for approval of a bond referendum. At the present time, the city is having trouble trying to float a $35 million backup offer as bonds because of the tight money market. Alright, let's go on the way to now. Here now, Peter Wiggins. Alright, thank you, Harry. Our current conditions at
Nice, when I go. And after they leave, if there's a little stain, I just wipe it right up.
conditions approaching 6 o'clock hours. 78 in Washington, D.C., 78 in Andrews, 74 in Dallas. It's 37 in Annapolis.
South Great Wolf Lodge Indoor Water Park.
36 in Mead and 77 in Baltimore. Here.
Doesn't fit on the sign. Great Wolf Lodge. Everybody in. Is a Great Wolf.
Alright, let's take a look at our map situation here. For the nation today, severe weather struck the center of the country
That's an oil slick. It's a toll of
as
10 inches
tornadoes reported on the outskirts of Kansas City near Manhattan Airport.
here in Windola, California.
Located some 60 miles west of Topeka and nearly across Kansas and about 60 miles northeast of Dodge City.
30 years.
Winds gusting in 50 to 60 to 80 miles per hour caused widespread damage to the trees and power lines in the greater Kansas City area. Hail the
Attacked by one of his crocs. It happened.
size of golf balls. Upcoming months of storm activity range up to the size of golf balls. A storm swept across the launch to Eudora, Kansas between Topeka and Kansas City as winds at the launch were estimated as high as 120 miles an hour.
Let go.
With visibility reduced to near zero in torrential downpour. Thunderstorms also were active from the Rockies to the
I'm about to feel
Gulf and South Atlantic coastlines. Here as
clamp down on my legs.
rainfall looked heavily, strengthened heat that held the firm grip in the south where temperatures above rising to near or above the 100-degree mark as no relief was sight from this summer siege of hot and humid weather as contrasted cool to mild conditions for the season with a rule across the northern part of the country. Here,
Okay.
temperatures were ranged from early
Story to this one. An out-of-control house cat holding its own.
morning low of
Sorry, I can't help it. Houston finds Eric and Darren Teller
34 degrees in
attacking the couple and forcing them
Holton, Maine,
911 for help.
to a high of 105 in
To call my house about my crazy cat.
Wichita Falls, Texas.
Breed of
Alright, let's take a look at our forecast here for Washington.
having its owners in their Florida home this
Cloudy skies tonight with a 40% chance of rain.
She got stuck in her bedroom. She's never been like
Low around 70 degrees and Thursday, chance of showers warmer. For Maryland,
may have been unleashed when she stepped
tonight cloudy with some drizzle.
by mistake.
Low around 70 degrees and Thursday podcast skies and warmer with some chance of the thunderstorms. And for Virginia, cloudy with some drizzle tonight and Thursday variable cloudiness and warmer with chance of scattered thunderstorms. Low Potomac Chesapeake Bay, cloudy with some drizzle and fog, visibly about 1 to 4 miles, depending upon the amount of drizzle and fog.
After his
And
stand on the cat's tail.
sunset 8:35 p.m. and moonset 4:47 p.m. and low tide 11:54 p.m. and temperatures for the 5-day period beginning today throughout Sunday will average below normal in Washington, Maryland, Virginia, and
Wrangler on
Delaware. U.S. Bureau reported yesterday it was expected to be quite warm and humid during this
which
period with chance of scattered thunderstorms as daytime highs temperatures expected to be average of 78 to 85 degrees and nighttime low temperatures are expected to be average about 58 to 66 degrees. And that is going to be it for the News 7 early evening report on this July 9th, 1969. I'm Harry Casey. Having a good day. And coming next on Channel 7 will be Billy Walker's Country Carnival, followed by the ABC Evening News at 6:30. And we'll be back for the News 7 final 11 o'clock. Have a good evening.
Police solve a dead